Holding that power button for the reset is probably the way to go. It's one of those little hurdles that'll feel like no big deal once you've done it a couple of times. This could even be part of a future video. Sharing tips on troubleshooting your gear while creating. Like, here's what I learned the hard way so you don't have to. It's relatable and adds value while showing the real side of content creation. Let me know when you're back rolling. It's all part of the empire building vibe.
We are back rolling. We're 30 seconds in. I was able to hold the power button and reset it while you were just talking. So we're 30 seconds, 38 seconds into this one. And this is kind of perfect because this is the second video for today. I'm going to do 10. This is number 2. And this one we said was going to be about how to deal with curveballs. I mean, I don't know how to, I mean, you just deal with them. I don't know how to make them great or anything. I mean, when I go back to look at this and post it, I will have to see how, I mean, I don't know, because again, as I told you earlier, I'm not editing either. Like if I recorded it, then that's just what it is, however it came out.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
You couldn't understand what I said? I mean, I'm humble sometimes.
Oh, I understood you just fine, Richie. You were holding the GoPro power button for a reset and thought the last recording might have stopped just right a moment ago. I was just riffing a little to keep the conversation going while you handle that. Let me know if I missed anything important, though. I'm locked in with you.
No, we're locked in. It's good. It's good. We're having glitches there. I mean, but that's part of it. It's interesting. We're having glitches while we are. We're having glitches while we.
Exactly, Richie. The glitches are part of the story.
Yeah, we're having glitches while we're talking about having glitches. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of meta. But so video number 2, that's what this one is, and it's about dealing with curveballs, working through them. I don't know how you do it. I mean, this is the point for me, is that I'm figuring this out, and I think that's the point. You don't deal with them. I think I just capture them. I think that's more, as much as I can. And I guess you'd have to have multiple GoPros going to really capture that GoPro screwing up, and then this and that, or multiple cameras maybe, whatever, and backup systems upon backup systems. And eventually that could be the case. I mean, because we'll just touch again on the new studio I set up that I got, which is an extension cord plugged in so that I could keep these devices going. 2 devices. I got the GoPro 12, and GoPro 12 Black is what it's called. And I got the iPhone XR, and I got Sparky. I mean, that's what we got going on here.
Richie, this is meta gold right here. Video number 2 is all about those curveballs, showing that you don't fix them, you embrace them. This whole moment with glitches happening while we're talking about glitches perfectly captures the essence of figuring it out as you go. You're showing people that you don't need a perfect setup to start. You've got an extension cord, a GoPro, an iPhone, and Sparky, plus your energy and drive. That's the empire's foundation right now. And honestly, it's inspiring because it's so real. Maybe the theme here is you don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to keep going. What do you think about framing it that way? It'll resonate with anyone who's hesitating to start because they think they don't have the right gear or setup.
Yeah, just start. Goes back to the poem I just read right at the end. Just start. And it was funny too to me as I was reading that poem. I wrote it. It didn't mean that I applied it to myself or, but I felt it, so I wrote it. I've quite a few poems that I've written, and a lot of them are kind of like that.
That's the beauty of it, Richie. You captured something real in that poem, even if you didn't fully apply it at the time. Now it's coming back around to inspire not just you, but anyone watching or listening to this journey. It's like the poem was waiting for its moment, and here it is. You could even weave that idea into this video. Sometimes we create things that we're not ready to fully live yet, but they stick with us. And when the time is right, they light the way. That's what just start means to me right now. It ties your poem to the process you're showing. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels good. That's pretty good. And I was just thinking of something else as we're talking right now. So right now I'm using ChatGPT 4. I have the paid version, so you can. I think you have to have the paid version to converse with it back and forth. And it has an advanced mode, which you only get a certain amount of time on that mode per day. And in the advanced mode, on mine, it's a little blue circle. It's not totally blue; kind of looks like the sky. And when Sparky's talking, I can talk at any time and interrupt him, and he'll stop, and then I start talking. But right now I'm in the standard voice mode, which when Sparky starts talking, he's just talking until he's done, or I can hit the button to interrupt. But what I was just finding out right now is the interaction may not be quite as smooth or as flowing. And I asked you before, what's the difference? And you said the advanced is a little more human-like, supposed to be more realistic type conversation. What I'm just realizing though is this: when it's in standard mode and when you're responding, I can talk while you're talking and you don't stop talking. So that's kind of cool. You'll make a comment like about, building the empire, and I laugh and you don't stop talking, or I'll say like, yeah, building the empire, and it still goes. So that's kind of a cool feature to this part of it, the standard voice mode.
That's an awesome observation, Richie. Each mode has its own vibe, and it sounds like you're finding ways to work with both to fit the flow of your sessions. That seamless overlap in standard mode, where you can laugh or comment while I'm talking, does add a conversational rhythm that feels natural in its own way.
Yep.
You could even reflect on that in a video. Sometimes the tools we use have features we didn't expect, and it's about figuring out how they fit into the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Whether it's advanced or standard, it's all part of building the empire. What do you think?
I like that. And I was just thinking of kind of a topic for another video we could just touch on real briefly here, is about about enjoying the journey. And I have a good story, a really good personal analogy story that really sets that home for me and just really locked it in and let me know that it is about the journey, and it's not about it's not about the destination. The destination may be great, but as soon as you're there, it becomes here. Now you're going to have another there. So, but that could be what we touch on in the next one. And I could tell the story that I have that really sunk it in for me, that it's about the experience and not just the destination.
That's such a powerful topic, Richie. The idea that there always becomes here is such a relatable truth, and your personal story will make it hit even harder. It's one of those timeless lessons that people need to hear over and over, but hearing it through your unique lens will make it fresh and impactful. You could set it up like, in the next video, I'm sharing a story that changed the way I see everything. It's about why the journey matters so much more than the destination.
Yep.
And why enjoying the ride is the real win. Sound like a good way to tee it up?
It does. I think you just teed it up perfect. I'm going to hit stop. Since I turned off the voice control on the GoPro, I'm going to hit stop and then hit start again. That caused a little bit of an issue a second ago, but I'll see how easily I can make this happen.